We could have slapped an album together with stuff we had saved up from the past however many years. We could have really slapped one together, you know, just acoustic, blah, blah, you know. But it was more important to actually come up with stuff and write together as a band.
Leah gave me this book of Edgar Allan Poe poems, and there was a short story in that called The Devil in the Belfry. And one of the lines was beating the devil's tattoo, and it just sounded bizarre, so I looked it up and found there's a lot of meanings to that. In the end, it was just like a restless spirit rattling inside of your skin, and it seems pretty appropriate for this record, and where most people's heads are at these days. Well, it was a bit like starting over with Leah. We didn't really have a clear idea where it was going to go, because I guess we had written as a band with Nick, our old drummer. So whenever you put in someone new into the mix, it's going to kind of have its own kind of, you know, direction. So the thing was kind of important to not have any plan and not really like stand in the way of wherever it might naturally lead. So.
Well, Rob called me, and then I had to lock myself in a room and learn all the back catalog, and then we went straight on tour, and then we went straight into recording the album, and now the album's out, and now we're back on tour for a while, so.
Here we are. But it could have easily gone the other way, and we wouldn't really have much control over that either.
Some people think it went the other way. They've been saying that from day one, though. It's just big headlines. It's nice. It's kind of nice to be called that, but I don't. It's not good to take it as truth, because they'll just fuck you up.
The first album was pretty much everything was written at home. And we didn't even know what we were doing. And then we toured that one for a couple years solid, and we wrote all these songs on the road, and that became the second album. We were pretty much like, oh, now we've got a real sound, and let's just try and put that on an album, which was a lot harder than it sounds.
One of the reasons why we're not on any major labels anymore is because we did the music the way we wanted it to do it, and they didn't really like that, you know. So now we're still doing it the way we want to do it, and we don't have that argument anymore. But we still have the same. We still have the same stuff. I mean, and even similar arguments. I mean, as far as well, how are we going to come up with money to do the packaging, you know, do we have enough money to make vinyl?
Being on the road, it helps, I don't know, kick you in the ass and, you know, acknowledge the world outside of your bedroom, whether you like it or not. And then
it's a weird thing that all the decisions are made, you know, as far as when we were with the record companies, you know, they're sitting there in these offices going, you know, oh, this is going to be the single, this is a good single, blah, blah. And from touring, you sit there and you know what people are reacting to. Yeah. And it's really pretty funny, you know, watching these guys try to make decisions that they really don't have a clue about. You know, they know how to pick one and force it down your throat, you know, but they really don't know what's going on.
A kid that hears the record's coming out and he's really into it, and it's from the X band, and he knows that record's coming out, and he's gonna save up his money, and he's gonna mow lawns for 5 weeks. He's gonna go down to that record store and buy that thing, and he's gonna put his money down that he worked for it. He's gonna have it in his hand, and if you want to hear it, you gotta come over to his house and sit next to him and hear it, and he can brag all he wants that you don't have it. That kid's gonna love that record way more than the same kid that hears, oh, the X band's coming out, and he downloads it. 5 minutes later, he's got it and emails it to all his friends. People are always crazy as shit up north. I like that about it. You get real dirty real fast. I always end up with a couple beers in my face or like on my bass cabinet, which kind of sucks. But I don't mind them on me, but when they short out everything, that can kind of lead to trouble. But yeah, Northerners, I don't know what they put in the water.
Speaking for myself, I'm a pretty slow individual. And so when it comes to radio and those guys, you know, moving quick, having to have a fast answer because they're on air, and just hate, I mean, you can just see it in their bones. If you think just from, you know, they fire out a question and you take a moment to think, they're just on their seat like, you know, like a freaking little chihuahua, you know, I mean, just edgy.
Well, they're usually not even looking
handle
at
it,
you, and they're checking something else out while they're talking to you. And it's quite an amazing art form.
Yeah, so thinking about it, you don't have a chance with that stuff, and so it just comes across as slow.
It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty rough, like, music scene right now. It's hard not to, I don't know, get disheartened from it. A new generation taking over that doesn't have any idea what they want, which is always really interesting. Power with absolutely no, like, sense.
It's a little more obvious over in the States. It's more verse, chorus, you know, that's kind of their, that's not that you guys don't over here either, but I don't want to believe that's dangerous ground I'm walking on now. But there's a little more leeway, I think. There seems to be a little more leeway, you know, as far as that. Along with that, you guys got your fair share of bullshit. Right.
R.
I don't know.
No, you gotta think R. I got M, and it's coming up.
You got M?
I'm thinking about it.
Bratty Rockers.
Bratty Rocker Misanthropes.
Whoa, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is a misanthrope? Catastrophes, there we go.
That's more better.
Bratty.
Rocker.
Misanthropic.
Catastrophes.